Good morning. I'm Mr. Muneer, Tabarak, teaching grade 12 bilingual. Welcome to Tabarak Private School educational platform. We have to thank our respected chairman, Mr. Yunus Al-Rahbi, for connecting the school with the students through this educational bridge.
Hello, my dear students. Today we are going to study the second chapter of Animal Farm. As we have studied the first chapter, we have seen the beginning of the revolution, means the old major who motivates and inspires the other animals to fight against men to get freedom and live happily. So his speech was inspiring, so the animals were really inspired by his speech. All of them were in a mood of revolution. However, at the end of the first chapter, Mr. Jones comes with his gun and all the animals disappeared. Now, at the beginning of the second chapter, the old major dies just after his speech. So he couldn't do anything for the revolution. But the second chapter, after his death, the animals get ready for the revolution and they succeed in the revolution suddenly. See the second chapter. Napoleon or Snowball. These are the two important characters that we can find here. These two pigs convince the other animals by their rhetorical skills and their tricks that they can be the leader of the farm. So here, the animals take farm and preserve the house. The chapter ends with the realization that extra milk has gone missing. This was the beginning of the problem also. As we could find, the rebellion occurs rather suddenly and animals become very happy that they are not at all controlled by men, and they have got two new leaders who are Napoleon and Snowball. However, at the end of this chapter, the milk was missing. Who has taken the milk? That is not clear. But there is something hidden. Let's go through it. First of all, Napoleon and Snowball give them 7 commandments, as they said. It is according to the old major's theory. The first one, whatever goes upon 2 legs is an enemy. Number 2, whatever goes upon 4 legs or has wings is a friend. Number 3, no animal shall wear clothes. Number 4, no animal shall sleep in a bed. Number 5, no animal shall drink alcohol. Number 6, no animal shall kill any other animal. Number 7, all animals are equal. So these 7 commandments appear to be very interesting for the animals. So they believed that it is the beginning of their happy life and their problems are all over. But it wasn't. There were some animals who believed that they have reached the paradise. 4 legs good, 2 legs bad. So animals are really good and men are evils. This was the theory proposed by the pigs. Now, from the 7 commandments, they reflect the core principles of animalism, the perceived evils of man, the teachings of old major. This was what planned in 7 commandments. But did it work? Now, when we compare it with the Russian Revolution, February Revolution of 1917 was the start of the Russian Revolution, removed Tsar Nicholas II from power, who was the king, happened as a result of bread shortages, led to worker protest, which led to mutiny. Similar situation was there in Animal Farm. Animal Farm, we could find after the revolution, there was a new leader called Snowball. He was young, smart, idealistic, wants to make life better for all. One of the leaders of the revolution wanted to spread the rebellion and industrialize the farm. We can find similar leaders from Russian Revolution. Russian Revolution, there is a leader called Joseph Stalin. He was not a good speaker, not educated like Trotsky, and he strayed from Karl Marx's ideas. And he believed in socialism in one country. He used religion and propaganda to keep control. So Snowball is being compared to here. Napoleon was the main character, or who becomes in control of the farm. He was not a good speaker, but as clever as Snowball, used tricky tactics. He did not fully believe in or follow old majors' teachings, had lust for power and control. He was the one who had taken the milk. So the animals took time to understand the evil nature of Napoleon. In the beginning, it was not really clear. Here, King's Palace. Not long after the departure of Tsar Nicholas for Siberia, a museum was established. Similarly, Animal Farm, Mr. Jones' farmhouse. After the rebellion, the animals agreed on changing that farm into a museum. Here we can find an important character named Moses. Raven tells tales, stories about Sugar Candy Mountain. Exists up in the clouds. The animals disliked Moses because he told stories and did not work. This was even similar in Russian Revolution. There was church or religions which talked about the paradise and stories, but the Russian communist leaders were not ready to agree with them. Animal Farm, there is a character, a very powerful horse named Boxer, strong, hard-working horse who believes in Animal Farm, was well respected. Napoleon is always right. That was his theory. And we must work harder. In Russian Revolution, Pravda was the newspaper of the Communist Party, worked for Stalin or his government to support propaganda to convince people to follow Stalin. This was the duty or the work of Pravda. In Animal Farm, you may find a similar character called Squealer, who was very good at convincing others. He was a smooth talker, deceitful. He manipulates animals with lies, fear, and other tactics. Russian Revolution. Wealthy ruling class citizens, they didn't care about the revolution much as protecting their wealth. For them, their wealth and their enjoyment was more important than the revolution. Animal Farm, we may find characters like Molly, was vain, loved beauty and herself, cared about things, worked very little, went with anyone who gave her what she wanted, like food or anything else. There is one more character. Benjamin was a donkey. It's an old wise donkey who is suspicious of revolution. Thinks nothing ever changes. Perhaps the most intelligent animal other than the pigs. But Benjamin was not considered to be a leader or an important character for the other animals, but he was really wise and intelligent. Now, here is a question for you. How do the pigs convince the other animals to become the leaders of the farm? You need to answer this question by using evidence from the second chapter of Animal Farm. Hope you enjoyed it.
Homeworks and other activities are downloaded on Moodle on Tabarak website. If you have any inquiry, email to Tabarak Private School.